non-stop drama, a lot of twists and turns. We've had big confrontations, we had blowouts over the last 8 weeks. And you have allowed us into your homes, into your offices, made us the #1 topic on social media, and kept all the conversations going. Welcome to the last eviction of Perfect Match Xtra. My name is AJ Akwako-Sap, and I'm your host. And tonight, we will see which couple will be standing and which couples will be making it to the grand finale of Perfect Match Xtra next week, right here on TV3. On the 9th of July, we will be seeing which couple will be crowned the #1 couple in Ghana and win an opportunity to, or get an opportunity to win 50,000 Ghana cities. Yep, a lot up for grabs. And tonight we'll get into all the twists and turns that have developed over the last week, the conversations, the drama, and the big confrontation. So stay with us. And of course, you know what to do. Get interactive. Use the hashtag #PMXtra, hashtag Perfect Match Xtra. Of course, tell your friend to tell a friend wherever they are in the rest of the world to, of course, get the 24/7 action on pmextra.tv. Follow us on social media at TV3 Ghana and at 3Extra for all the non-stop action. And, of course, we are streaming live on our social media pages, so you can take us along wherever you go. It's going to be a very exciting few hours right here on the show as we get into the thick of things, as we get ready for the big grand finale of Perfect Match Xtra. Is your favorite ship going to be getting through? Well, the big question is, did you vote? We'll find out all of that and a whole lot more right here on Perfect Match Xtra. Another exciting edition of Perfect Match Xtra live show. Today we are doing a Sunday live show because it's very, very special. Reason being that tonight we have our final eviction of our incredible housemates. And which couple will be going home and which couple will be advancing to the grand finale, we will find out tonight. Of course, encouraging you to tell a friend to tune in via TV3 on all our social media handles. Use the hashtag Perfect Match Xtra. And as well, use the hashtag PMXtra. And finally, of course, get all the 24/7 action on PMXtra.tv. Now, my housemates and couples need no introduction, but I'm always excited to do it nonetheless. Starting from my extreme right and left, or my close right and left, we have the lovely Bella and the handsome Kodak. Hi, gentleman and lady.
Hi, Jay.
Now, next to them, we have the beautiful Brownie. Almost said baby. The beautiful Brownie, of course, the dazzling Oheneba. Hello, how are we doing?
We are doing fine.
Glad to know. Now let me go up to a very lovely, looking shiny, but the beautiful Grace, and of course, in a cap and a hat today, I would say, and looking like he rode out of a movie. Bebelino, hi. How are we?
We're doing great.
Yeah.
We're glad. Now, next to them, lovely, looking absolutely lovely, and Etonam looking nice. And like, you're looking very chic today. We like it, we like it. How are you both doing?
Well.
Good.
Okay, okay. And today we have on the top, we have the nice looking Flash in black, and of course, always beautiful, the wonderful BB. Hello, how are we doing?
We
Doing great.
Today I've
Good,
taken my
good.
time to ask everybody how they are doing. Because tonight might be the final time I see some of these housemates as guests and a part of the Perfect Match Xtra house. So I'm going to take my time and at least enjoy, for some, my final experience. For some, they get an opportunity to be the big contenders for 50,000 Ghana City. That's what our couple will be getting, as well as sponsored products. Now, which couple will be coming up tops? Well, it remains to be seen. But how has our week been? I'll start with HOHs. How was it, Bella and Kodak? You were the first to enjoy the head of house room. Very nicely decked out. We saw the roses and the petals and all of that. How was that, Bella?
Okay, it was fun because I never saw that coming.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, when you win the head of house, you either get dinner or parcel from cover. So I wasn't expecting a special room for us, and it has helped me a lot. Yeah, I like having my privacy. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Alrighty, and yourself, Kuda?
Okay, so the week has been a very, I would say, fun, amazing, and then full of surprises.
Okay.
Surprises with regards to the new room. Yes, for the heads of house.
Yeah.
And then we being myself and my woman here, being
Hey,
the
my
first.
woman, I like.
Yes,
I like.
the first to enjoy that space. Feel like it's a very big privilege from Big Mama.
Okay, we
Yes.
like that. Now, it's been a very exciting week, as Kodak rightly said. A lot of twists, a lot of excitement. We had the cooking challenge, we had our winners and everything else inclusive. And of course, some celebrity guests passed through as per usual. First and foremost, belated birthday wishes going out to you, Grace. I hope you had a great day in Big Mama's house.
Yeah, it was a special one. Yeah.
We're glad. But head of house, Kodak and Bella, it felt like you didn't really utilize the room as much as we expected. Or you did in your own way.
In what way, please,
Oh,
AJ?
no, it's just an observation. I mean, I felt like you didn't really break into the room like the way or it was deliberate.
Yes, I think we enjoyed it. We're still
you did?
enjoying it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Right.
We're glad to know. But getting straight into the conversations and of course, Grace, you had a really great birthday. What made it very special for you? Seeing your mom, was it the special gifts that we're giving? How did that work out for you?
It's been a while I saw my mom. Like, I haven't seen her in a while. So for me to see her on that day, and I think what made it special was me introducing Beblino to her. Yes.
Okay, we're glad to know that. Now, Bibi, you went back into Big Mama's house this week. How was the week for you as a re-entrant into the game?
I think it was great for me, but I know some people were surprised. I came back, and I would say I came to conquer. So even though it wasn't like great, I had fun. Like, I really had fun because I met Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was great for me. Like, yeah.
Now, we ended last week on a bit of a cliffhanger because there was the reintroduction of BB. Oheneba, you got a second chance to be in the game again. Brownie, you were sort of flawed, I would say, on stage with Oheneba's antics, I would say. And Flash, you also were drawn into the mix somehow. But somehow, all four of you managed to have an interesting resolution to the case. Like, everyone sat down, you decided that you would rather switch. Now, I'm curious about what made you decide that it was worth giving Oheneba another chance, Brownie.
I believe that love is the only reason why someone can get hurt at the first place. So, also being with Flash, I mean, the vibe wasn't really there. And then I realized that Oheneba wasn't so comfortable with BB. And I mean, I wasn't okay as well, because seeing him with someone else was not like giving me the comfort. So, yeah.
Okay, alrighty. Oheneba, you weren't necessarily comfortable with being with BB. You rather wanted Brownie.
Yes, like I tried it out with BB though, yeah. But when I saw Flash with Brownie, the sofa, my heart was doing kunkum.
Wow, okay.
And then
But then if your heart was doing that, then why did you last week throw in that curveball? Why did you decide to pick Loveland as against going for Brownie if you really were that interested?
she gave me this look when Loveland and our issue was mentioned. And that was the first time she heard it. She heard it on the stage, so you can imagine for her.
Okay.
So she gave me this look, and I was like, damn, I'm dead.
So you were afraid.
So I froze. I was very scared. I didn't know what to do. So
Okay.
I didn't want to just walk up to her and then she would be like, nah.
Oh, you thought it was possible she would have said that?
Yes.
Or rejected your ruse?
Yes.
But you assumed Loveland would accept your ruse?
I think I don't know, I froze. I didn't even know what came. Like, I didn't know what the name I even mentioned. Like,
Hey, really?
I
You
just,
can't remember the name you meant, or you didn't know it was temporary amnesia?
yeah, something like that.
Something
Because
like
I needed
that.
a way out from her. You get, yeah, like it was her. She was hurt. She gave me this look. I know her. Like, she gave me that look. She was like,
But you had known her at that point for less than 48 hours, so a look from her
with
made
love,
you.
no, with love, even a minute counts.
Oh wow.
Even a
Okay.
minute counts.
Okay.
You can get access to somebody's girl for 5 minutes, and then you can ruin this girl.
Okay.
So I had this girl for like 48 hours, and then within that 48 hours, if I tell you the things that happened, you wouldn't believe it.
A lot of things happened
Jesus.
within that 48 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
You get?
Interesting. Brownie, you can corroborate it. A lot of things happened within that 48 hours.
Yeah, a lot of things really did happen.
Interesting. Now let me bring Flash into the conversation, because you also were not necessarily excited about pairing with Brownie at a point, because you felt certain events had happened that sort of put you off. But
Yeah.
when given the opportunity, you paired with her.
I won't say I paired with her. You get, yeah. And I was happy when Big Mama said, if you want to switch partners, we should let her know by. Yeah, so I remember her coming to me, asking me that, will I pick her over Baby? And I said yes, because, when you came in, you told me that you're into Ohiniba, so
Okay.
yeah.
So can I infer that because of the initial intro or beginning, how she reacted to you is what generally turned you off from pursuing something with her?
Not really. Like, I just, like, she's my friend, but I'm not into her. Like,
Okay.
yeah. I told her already. So
Okay, alrighty. Baby, how was it like being with Ohiniba, and what was the difference between being with Flash? And what made you decide that you would rather pursue it with Flash as against Ohiniba?
First of all, when I was paired with Ohiniba, and I think I came on stage and I mentioned Flash. I don't even know Flash. I don't know Ohiniba. So I was like, okay, I'll choose Flash because of the way I saw something in him. He was sitting right here. I saw something in him. I was
Okay.
like, I'll go in for Flash. But when we went inside the room, between Ohiniba and I was reading him, and he was like, to me, I feel that he still likes Brownie. But like, because of what he did on stage and all of that, right now he don't know what to do. It's like I'm an option, like, to me, and I don't want anybody to place me
As an option.
just so.
Okay.
I even told him that he should just go and apologize to her, and then work things out here. And moreover, I don't like his energy. I like him. He's smart. I like him, but I don't like him.
In that romantic
Yes,
sense.
and I
Okay.
saw that romantic thing in Flash.
Have you been able to develop it?
Yes, I
Or
have.
are you more friends than
still on it.
You're still on it.
Yeah.
She has,
like,
but you are still on
no,
it.
No, like,
No, but she says she has, but you are saying you're still
yeah,
on it.
like,
So you haven't.
we are getting along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're getting along can be like friends. I get along with a lot of
like,
people, but I don't necessarily love a lot of people. So are you getting along with her, or you think something is forming beyond that?
we are still in it. Like,
That's a very big response to it. But let me speak to Loveling and Etonam. Hi, how are you guys doing? How's the week for you, Loveling? Like, you were a little bit under the weather at some point, and Etonam really became very caring. We saw his outward show of affection, which was quite exciting to see. How was that like for you, Loveling?
If not that it was a sickness, I would say that night should come again.
Hey!
But
Wow.
but because it's sickness and it's not a good thing, but I wish I could get more of that night.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you liked seeing him being so affectionate.
Yeah.
So, Etonom, does it take sickness to make you go extra?
Oh no, I've been doing that always, but she wasn't well. I had to do that extra, so
Okay.
she would be
Just-
fine. Yes.
Okay. But how's the week been? How's the week been like for you?
It's been awesome. There are ups and downs, but we're still in it.
What has been the downs?
There were downs.
What were those downs?
AJ,
Oh, tell us. I mean, we're all friends here.
I understand, but I believe it's past and gone, so it's just.
Oh, no,
leave it
nothing's
aside.
ever passed in Big Mama's house. There are cameras. We see everything.
So what did you see? What did you see?
Oh, what we saw might be different from what you felt. You get. You're the one that has experienced it. If you found or felt a down moment, you could just share with us. Maybe that's what we saw.
So my down moment was when my lovely Loveline was not feeling well, so I had to.
Oh, really? That's
Yes,
it?
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll come to that. But getting into a bit more of the heated moments, and there were quite a few this week, I would say. From Kodak to Bella to Grace to Bebelino. Loveline came in there a little. We had conversations. So it's been quite intense when it comes down to the controversies and the confrontations that happened this week in Big Mama's house. Let's take a look at some of them.
About me. Don't take my comments.
You were
my
talking
comments
about
for
me.
my-
Am I
for my
talking
weakness.
about you? Am I speaking about you?
Oh, you always do. You always
I always do.
You
Right
always
in front
do.
of you. I do not go behind your back and talk about you. I talk and I make sure you hear it. So if
And
you
I
have
do not
balls
care.
and you got nerves, come up to me. No, listen, no. No, listen. I have to put her in her right place. No, listen. No.
No, she's having
Baby,
a
you were
point.
here. I
Having a
everything
point.
you also said.
She has
no point. You cannot tell me we were hiding bread. We never did. No. Listen, don't come in.
I'm not coming.
Don't-
I'm not coming.
just be
I'm
quiet.
just being fair here.
Don't come
She's
in. It's
telling
not a
me
matter
what
of
is
being
happening.
fair.
No, I'm
So
just being
chill.
fair.
Now I'm dealing with her. So be calm.
Yes, it did because
So
when
be
the way
calm.
she
I'm
said-
dealing with her.
when
Please
she
don't
said about the
cross.
kitchen
Just be
and
calm.
the
I'm not
washroom,
dealing
and I
with
was
you.
like,
I'm dealing with
what's
her.
happening?
Now I'm here.
You
Talk
should
to
tell
my
me
face.
how
We
you
are here.
about say, oh, but so washroom. So what
But
is
you were
it?
there, you saw how she
You are in there.
Listen, and
Was it
Right.
nice? Was it nice?
And Bibi was talking about her attitude, saying she said she was surprised.
A lot of fighting. Kodak, you
Yes,
actually
I
got
did.
into it quite a bit. What triggered you?
Okay, so I mean, a lot of these, I mean, this kind of authentications from her, it has happened a couple of times without me retaliating. I mean, I happened to go to the washroom, but then as I'm about to enter, I hear things, but then I never even retaliate. I
Hear
act-
what kind of things?
I mean, I hear her talking about us, myself,
In what
and
sense? I can say, oh, Kodak has a new haircut, and I could be talking about you.
I mean,
but not
in
necessarily
in a
category.
bad way, like
Okay.
gossips.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are some of the things you've heard passing by that has caused you to sort of internalize it so much you blew up? This
Okay,
week?
I mean, let me talk about that particular day. Yes, so I was upstairs, right? And then we had finished, I think, making a timetable for the week, right? And then I had to change batteries upstairs. I heard Grace and then BB have a conversation in the kitchen. I could hear them from the hallway. So I walked up to Bella. I heard our names. And then the things I was hearing wasn't that good.
What kind of things?
Okay. So I'm coming there,
Okay.
please. All right. So what I heard first was near Shemikran say, I mean, it's vernacular. That's
Please go
I'm
ahead.
saying whatever she said. Near Shemikran say, Brodokra omuchamao. And then truth is, when I first became the head of house, myself and then Bella, I made sure everyone gets a piece of the bread. That is why I actually cut everyone's bread for them.
Okay.
So when she said I felt hurt, I felt like, oh, wow. So it means you didn't like them. That was weeks ago.
And then she was speaking in an angry manner. It wasn't something that's like you throwing tantrums and yes. And then the second thing was, she was saying we drag issues. And then if we've ever been to the morgue and then we've seen how they treat people in there, we wouldn't have been acting this way. So I was asking myself, how are we acting? Yes. So I mean, I'm human. I have emotions and feelings. Yes. And then the more you trigger me, the more I get angry. And then I walk down there just to warn her and just to like have a verbal communication with anger, not to fight physically.
Okay. Now, so you heard both Grace and BB having that conversation. So let me start off with BB. I should start with Grace. Grace, what were you saying that Kodak heard, really?
Okay, so I remember that particular morning, we were supposed to go for our morning workout. So I think Bebe hasn't been well for some time, like for some days now. So he decided to sleep in. So we went. I was actually waking him up and he was like, oh, you can't go, so I should go. I was like, okay. So I think we delayed, you know, normally when you sleep and you're like, they're waking you up, you don't just wake up at once. So I think we were all dragging our feet small. Okay, so, you know, one thing was they were at the kitchen speaking. So when you speak, if you're at the bedroom or the hall, like, you hear it. So everything they were saying, we were hearing. They were like, on the partner, when they became heads of house, weren't they doing worse than this? And the things they were saying, like, I don't think if I were to be the one saying those things to them, they would feel okay about it. But I didn't really take it personal. So we went and then we came back, and Bibi and I were having a normal conversation. We were having a normal conversation. You said you've been hearing me speak about you and your partner. What exactly have you been hearing me speak back? Because if you say we are saying things that we've been hearing people and their partners speak, trust me, Big Mama's house will be an unbearable place for all of us. So if you've heard Bibi and I having a conversation, you came and you said we were trying to compare you to the people at the mortuary. I was like, that was not what we were saying. I was just saying about how we were treating each other in Big Mama's house. Because make her say, if you go to the mortuary and you see how they treat the dead bodies, we wouldn't be treating each other the way we do. And about the bread thing, always when they are bringing bread, they bring 2 loaves of bread for us every morning to use. Sometimes some people might not take their breakfast or they like to have something else. Do you understand? And what I was saying was, when you people were heads of house, you cut the bread for us. And I was like, Obi, someone might want to eat more. Obi, someone might want to eat less. So why don't you leave it?
For those.
Because at least what I know is they bring 2 loaves of bread for us each morning. Maybe there's it delays. Maybe a delay. If maybe we have a leftover, maybe we just use it or something. Because you can't expect 10 of us to share one loaf of bread. Some people eat more.
Okay.
So if I say that, I was just making a reference. Say, brodo crown, we are the bar, as you say, we are kids. I'm not trying to speak bad. So don't say you've been hearing me and my partner speak ill about you. In what way? Say it. Have you ever walked on Beblino and High talking about other partners? No, we don't do that. So please, don't sit here and say that.
So you felt his attack was unwarranted, like it came from nowhere?
For me, I feel there's something else that they do not want to say, because you can't come to me and be like, oh, Bebo, me won't fall background border, but you beat me. He says stuff, you called me wicked. How am I wicked? How am I wicked? How
please, I never said I was going to lay hands on her.
And you were making reference of what Jato and Sandra were saying, and it's true. What were they saying and it was true? What exactly were they saying?
Did I ever say I was going to lay hands on you? That's what you just said.
You imply that if you could, you would, to some extent. Or,
no, I said...
What do you remember saying?
I said I will never fight with her. I mean...
but you use your words.
Right, yes. That is what I said.
Yes.
I never said I was going to lay hands on her.
You said you use your words instead.
Right.
And you sort of use your words quite a bit. you call her evil, you basically imply that she was a manipulator, and then you stated that what Jato said was, you are now finding out he was right. What did Jato say or imply that you now found out in that moment that was right?
Okay, so before I go in, I would like to say a very big sorry to everybody, yes, with regards to me calling her evil and all of that. And then back to what I said. So as I said earlier, I'm human, I deal with emotions and feelings. So I used to always like praise her and then Bebeluna as well. Because Bebeluna and I were very, very cool.
Where?
Yes.
Where?
Yes.
You're no more close.
I mean, we haven't had any sort of like calm conversations like we used to back then.
Why?
I do not know,
Okay.
for some reasons.
Okay.
Yes. So I used to go to the chat room and then Big Mama would question me about them. And then even Grace, there's been moments when I realized she wasn't in a very good state. When
Right.
Brownie first came into the house, she would be in the lounge playing Owari alone. And then I'll just walk up to her.
And be friendly.
Right. I'll be in the chat room. Big Mama would question me about how I feel about them. And then I remember saying this a couple of times, that I'm very happy. Bebelino admitted his English is not really good. And then I told Big Mama I'm very excited. Grace is like being a sort of a tutor to Bebelino. Right. So I was saying all those things, but then I think one time I saw something, Jato was always trying to tell me, Grace will do this or say this and the next minute deny it. I never believed that. I never believed that.
What did she say and then deny that made you think that?
I mean, even right now, she just said I was going to beat her, but then that wasn't what I said.
And okay, I can understand that, but in the heat of the moment too, sometimes people remember events differently. Sometimes, not that I'm in support but I understand what you're saying. But please proceed.
Yes, I mean, I think that's so wild.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to say
Keep
anything else. Yes.
Bella, you were shaking your head for a bit, and I will come to your conversation because clearly you have a bit to unburden off your chest. But let's take a look at a few more of the interesting, should I say, blowouts that occurred this week.
I have mentioned that housemates are not allowed to use electronic equipment, such as mobile phones, in the house. Notwithstanding this instruction, one of you found a way to get access to a phone. This is against the rules of the house and a disregard to Big Mama's instructions. Brownie.
Yes, Big Mama.
You are found guilty of having access to the outside world through a mobile phone against the rules. As a result, Big Mama has decided to punish you. Brownie.
Yes, Big Mama.
Your punishment is as follows. You have received a strike. You have received a strike. You will wash and clean toilets alone for 5 days. You will wash and clean toilets alone for 5 days.
I want to cry. The way I'm holding my eyes, I'm so crying. Like, I've not had any better relationship that I can boldly say this relationship. I regret leaving or I regret, like, I don't know if I should just stop and think about myself. I don't, like, I just don't know. I just don't know. We want to think, like, what is against something before? Because if nothing good is coming from you, God will be taking you out from a place where He has not prepared you to be. On the other hand, too, we should also come from that. If there is something good coming your way, that's the response to it. Thank God.
You are forgiven for tonight. You can dress up and go join the party. Have fun. Big Mama, thank you! In case you didn't hear, you are forgiven for tonight. You can dress up and go down and join the party. Have fun. Bye, Big Mama. Thank you, Big Mama. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you. I love you. I can't wait.
Serious, so this thing, I think there's more to it because someone can't just have hatred for you for no reason.
But you can't come and be like, I can't use my body to come and bully you. We have a lot of enhancement products. You can also go and drink and then get that kind of body and bully people if you think I'm bullying you. So also you're a hard girl. How can you even say someone is bullying you? I'm not bullying anybody in this house. I believe you are mature. You can use your sense to manage things and stop wasting food. If you're in your house, you can't do this in your house. So don't say I'm bullying you. No, you can't tell me that because I'm not quiet. I don't want to work in this house again. But if you push me to the wall, you will see the other side of me. You will see the other side of me.
Let me see. I want to see.
I'm making sure.
I want to see you.
Why did you say it behind me? One come in. Are you the only person who we are all having a meeting? So why would you go and insult me?
I didn't even mention your name. Did I mention your name? Did I mention your name?
Who called the meeting?
Did I mention your name?
Who called the meeting?
Did I mention your name?
Who called your meeting?
Did I mention your name?
Respect yourself.
You to respect yourself. You know what?
When you
don't know how to talk.
I wasn't brought up or you don't know.
Yes, you don't know how to talk.
You
don't know how to talk.
You waste food like you
know how to
money to buy it.
Yes, I use my money to buy it.
And you know. Can you even deal with someone?
Why do you do it to the food? Why do you when Grace prepared the food?
In your house, you do that.
When Grace prepared the food, did you eat the food? When Grace cooked, did you eat the food?
When?
Did you eat the food? Answer, did you eat the food? You are here talking. You are here talking.
So don't say we didn't ask you. That wasn't the only thing. The day I we here soup.
When have I prepared food here? When have you seen me prepare food here?
It's not even the problem.
You saw me make soup and rice.
Complaining how I'm not
wasting my soup and rice for anybody.
No, but because
besides
you hate me to the extent that anything that I do irritates you people. You go behind me and you insult me.
Bro, please.
You insult me because you hate me to the extent that anything I do irritates you people. Yeah, because Bella and you gain hatred for me to the extent that nobody
hates you. I'll give you good pomade for you to use so that your skin Mama say I should go and buy way. I'll give you good pomade so that your body better smell with skin. And yeah, dark fur. Yes. Bring it on. One corner, one. Bring it. I'll give you. Maybe I don't bleach. You can see my dark bleaching. I do not bleach.
I'm bleaching.
My color.
Do you know someone who bleach?
Okay, dark way. My skin color.
No, why are you body shaming someone?
You started. You started. You said
bring it on. I'm using my body to body shame. My body to bully you.
Because
then I talk about your body type. Then I talk about your body type. Don't try me. Baby, don't try me this evening. Don't try me. I'm bleaching, yeah, I know. No, I'm bleaching. If you don't know, let me tell you.
Because yes, Kodak Almighty, yes, because he was standing there.
If you are dealing with me, If you are Kodak, you won't like me.
No, because he was
Kodak, everyone, you won't like me.
He told you.
If you talk about Kodak, you won't like me. You are here talking about skin color. Who needs skin?
My name is Skin. Skin. Show color. What color? I am that. What's it? This and that. Cool. Me, I don't have time.
No, I was saying with the body. body shame you.
I am my
threats to you, right?
You read gonna
A lot was all up in Big Mama's house this week. But let me come to Gray. Let me start off with Bella. As Kodak was describing the issues and as Grace was speaking, you kept shaking your head. At least let's start off with that particular incident where Kodak had that big blowout with Grace. What were your thoughts there?
Okay. I was actually sleeping that day when that incident happened. So Kodak came and then he was like, Bella, Grace is saying some things that I'm not okay with. So please go and talk to her for me. He came to the bedroom. Okay. So I was like, oh, I'm sleeping. What is it? Just tell me. So he was like, I'm going there. So I told him, don't go. Just leave her. Because already she feels like I don't like her. I'm jealous of her. She has been saying a lot. Yeah, even right now when Kodak was talking, she was like, jealousy, like she was saying it right now on the stage. Yeah, and then Kodak was talking before I got there. And then I wanted to take him from that end, but the reason why I was shaking my head was I know how Kodak reacts when he's angry, so I don't like it when he's angry at all. Okay. Yeah.
How does he
never said he was going to beat Grace.
He said he would use his words.
Yes, he didn't say that. You know, sometimes you get angry and then you say things and then later someone will be like, you said this, then you have to explain yourself. I understand her point. Maybe because she heard I'll use to beat you, she felt like he was saying, but Kodak can never beat a woman. Yeah, so that was the reason why I was shaking my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Grace, there's been a lot of allegations that you tend to speak about other housemates in the washrooms, where you know there are no particular cameras and sometimes no mic is picking up that activity. Is it true?
Well, the fact that those people meet in the washrooms to gossip about people doesn't mean that when I go to the washroom, I go there to gossip. I don't have time to gossip about anybody, seriously. I do not have time to gossip about anybody. If Beblin and I go, or who do I even gossip with? Who do I gossip with? Because Bibi just came to the house, and she's the only friend I have in that house that if something is bothering me, I'll go to and then tell her. So who, if they say I'm gossiping, who am I gossiping with? Because I don't remember anyone in that house being my friend or going to anyone in that house to pour my heart out to the person. So who exactly am I gossiping with? Or is it Bebe? Bebe is here, please. If you've been gossiping, say it.
Is there any truth
no,
to that,
because
Bebe,
I don't understand. Seriously, I do not understand. I just want to know who I've been gossiping with or what I've been gossiping about exactly.
So, for purposes of clarity, you do not go to the washroom and gossip?
If Bebe and I go to the washroom, we are going to do our thing, please.
What thing?
No, relax.
You're going to do what thing? What thing, please, Grace? What thing are you and Bebe going to do there?
No, I mean, sorry.
We take our bath together.
Oh, no.
We take our bath together.
You take your baths together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But is there any truth to the assertion that, or is there any truth when people state that you and Grace, perhaps you, or whomever, goes into the washroom with Grace to gossip?
Me no get time for the hate and the bad energy. Come on, man, no, mama. Make you dance
gossip
my
about
folk.
anybody, seriously.
That's my end.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, another big confrontation that happened was Bella, yourself, and Bibi. And it seemed like a blow-up that had been waiting to happen for a bit. Or there had been some pent-up aggression that you're just waiting for an opportunity to have an outlet. And that happened. Kodak, you also sort of got yourself involved in that particular one. And largely, you seem to have gotten so incensed that you pushed Bibi at some point with a finger. Is that something you remember doing?
Yes, please.
What led you to be so inflamed that you decided that you would push her, even if it's a finger, really? Describe why or what led you to do that.
Okay, I'm going to describe that. But then before, as I said earlier, I'm human. I deal with feelings and emotions. Now I'm going to talk about a very sensitive issue.
Okay.
So, at the initial stage, when we got into the house, we had, I think, a task. And then we were all asked to share stories that were hindrances to our mental health and then, yes, caused a lot of stress and trauma, right? And then Bella here had a very serious incident 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was an accident. She was hit to the head. She got blind for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She bleeds
Occasionally.
often, yes. And then Bella said that story and then mentioned the cut she has on her from accidents and all those things. And then with her head, because she said that, because she said she cannot leave her natural hair, Bibi thought she had no hair. So if everyone could bear with me, she said, take off your wig and let's see. I don't know whether everyone heard that part.
Yeah.
Yes. And then before all that happened, we had a meeting about food wastage. And then earlier that day, I was in the kitchen with Bella. We were never harsh. Bella was opening the refrigerator, found rice that has been kept in the refrigerator for 2 weeks or a week.
Oh, wow.
Bella took it out and was like, whose rice is it? It was like, oh, Bibi, it's yours. Bella never spoke in a harsh way. She took it and was like, oh, we then dropped it in the bin. Rice.
Which was Bibi.
Bibi.
Yes.
Before that night. That was earlier that day, yes. So if you could see, I was calm until she mentioned, take off your wig. It triggered me because I've seen my mama go through pain, and I never want to see my woman go through pain. I was calm until she mentioned wig. You want to use a person's trauma to ride on fame? She spoke about her real life story. Just when we spoke about why food was wasted, that was when Kofi retaliated. Because I saw how she felt. Her story is recent. It's been in court with no judgment. Back and forth, but still no answers. I will never make you let her feel less without interrupting, because I really go vex.
So to understand. So to understand, you haven't apologized to Bibi for pushing her with a finger.
Okay,
or
yes.
your finger. You
right.
haven't.
I think before I did. Oh.
Well, yes. But until now, you hadn't apologized.
To her?
Yes.
No, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to hear the genesis of this conversation. And I'm not sure who would like to go first, telling me how it begun.
Yeah, I'll
Bibi?
start, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So how did it start? What happened?
Okay. I'll start where he started, about the food. Okay, so I cooked, I don't even remember when I cooked that food, but I remembered I cooked rice. Okay. And before I went home, yes, that's what I told him, before I went home. And they all ate some, and then that was the leftover. So I kept it in the fridge. I came back, And then I'll be hearing, please come and clear the fridge, or if you have a leftover in the fridge. I was like, I don't have any leftovers, so I don't even know. So anytime they even say that, I just, go blind and then I move. So that particular day, Bella was like, Bibi, this rice is yours. And I was like, I don't remember cooking rice. So. And then I was like, I even cooked this food before I went home. And I was like, so people didn't eat the food. I'm not going to eat that food too. So let me just throw it away. Because you are not eating, you want me to eat the food? No. And then I threw it away. Fast forward, Saturday, we had a meeting about food wasting. And it was okay. Everything was okay with me. So we went upstairs, and then Ohineba was like, hey, Bibi, the way I was here, no, like when you see it in pow, and I like it. That was what Ohineba said.
Okay.
The way I was here, no, when you see it, no, I like it. And I was like, media mean to me, my own foul body, no, and so because I don't like that. But when I was saying it, I was even talking loud because I don't want to say it, silent or so that people will be like, I'm gossiping about something. And when I walked, I saw Kodak standing there. And in my head, I was like, oh, what's Odimbeko? Because in this I'm not even talking about Bella. I was talking about what Kodak, Ohineba asked me, say, the way I'm meeting, not to say menu see and I was like, oh, me my own foul body, and me tete me found this, so that one day I don't like.
So it wasn't aimed at.
No, it was if Ohineba see, it shouldn't have even asked me that question.
Hey.
Because then boom, me crampo my dream compound called Bella. So seriously, I swear I didn't even think about Bella. So I was cooking with Grace, and then she attacked me. So I was like, if you have something with me, girl, talk to me, call me, and let's talk about this, in private. Like, you don't come and attack me like that. So at that very moment, I even got confused. I was like, what is she talking about? And I was, if you know, this is this. And I was like, oh, Kodak went to tell her about this. Yes. So initially Kodak brought all this thing because one can't chanwa. AJ, this ranting, this ember, and it made me talking, shouting. I don't like that, but I fought back because I didn't like the way she was shouting on me. Yo, you are not my mom. You can't be shouting on me like that. Okay. So I fought back. I retaliated, as it should be, and it brought to that. So it's not like a big deal. We were just having a convo. I was having a convo with Ohineba, and then Kodak went to tell Bella. And I didn't know that Bella was having a cut or whatever on his head. I don't know.
Okay.
The reason why I said that, because since I came to this house, Bella and Tony Regida.
Okay. But it isn't that hair prerogative. Like,
I don't. So I just said it.
Not to.
Yeah, intimacy. Yeah, I just said it, AJ. Me, I just said it.
You were just looking for a low blow.
Exactly. Me, I just said it because I can't stand there for you to attack me just like that. And then I'll just say something for you to feel that, this is what I'm feeling. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. Bella, what do you remember being the cause of this whole issue?
I don't even. Okay. So we all argue in the house, like every time. I can say I've argued with almost all the housemates, even with the guys, Ohineba, everyone. But maybe after some minutes, some hours, we are cool. But the reason why I went that extreme is because when we had that meeting, she wasn't even the one that, and the rights that she's talking about. Bebelino, please, I want to ask you something. Can you give him mic? Please, did you and I, clean the fridge and removed all the leftovers food? Did we do that?
Yes, of course.
Was Bibi there?
No.
Yes. I asked that because she said that rice, she prepared it long time. And definitely we can't keep rice in the refrigerator for you to go home and come back to eat.
And do you remember the rice of the leftover? Some were yours.
Somewhere what?
Mine.
Yeah.
I don't
Bro, are
cook
you
plain
serious?
rice in that house.
Are you serious?
No, wait.
You know
Wait.
they here. We don't come
Okay.
out.
She's not talking about the leftovers you brought
But we
out.
kept some rice for there.
Which rice?
Some rice. Was it the rice in the white bowl? We kept up for
No,
there.
not the rice. Oh. It's
That
the
rice
rubber. You
has been
weren't there.
consumed by myself.
You weren't there.
Like the rice. The
Okay,
rice.
can you just pause? I just wanted you to clear that.
Okay.
Okay, that is not what brought Kodak. That is not what brought this whole thing.
Okay.
I just wanted to clear
That one. Okay.
because we didn't keep that food long time. It was just recently. She was in the house, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so. No, you wait. I can say it's her because ever since she came, I've not been cooking. So if it's not you, you can just be like, oh, and you made your shame. But OJ and other share that's been more. Yeah, and we weren't even attacking you.
Nobody
You
was
see, AJ, you know,
Please,
please, when
she
you were
was
talking,
quiet
I
when you
didn't
were
talk.
speaking. Can you please
Can you
allow
allow
me?
me
Me
talk?
up. You don't shut me up. I know how to shut myself up.
Can you please allow her?
You were talking, I didn't
I'm
talk.
not shutting you up.
No,
I'm asking you
please.
to please allow her.
Bro, as a
Kodak,
guy,
yeah.
you know, we don't need to intervene when girls are talking.
Exactly. I don't know
Let's
why
only-
you keep
no,
on doing
let's just
this.
go
I'm
out.
only
I don't know
asking
why
her
you keep on doing
respectfully
this.
to
Like
allow
when,
her.
when she's doing
She
something, you try to
she gave your
intervene.
woman the respect.
Yeah, but
She
you don't
she
need to.
gave your
They are
woman
ladies, right?
the respect to
Let's
give
just-
her
let's just
submission.
Allow them. They are ladies.
And bend over.
Okay. Bella, please proceed.
Can I choose not to talk?
No, please, go.
Nah, I don't want to talk.
No.
AJ, you know, I have a deep voice.
Yeah.
We all have ways of approaching issues.
Yeah.
Maybe you hear something, you go and approach someone, the person will be like, oh, she just asked. But my voice and my tone and how I talk, you feel like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah. Why you
Maybe
being
people
aggressive?
don't know that about me. Me, myself, I know it. So sometimes I'll argue with someone and I'll be like, hey, because my mom, everyone, that's how our voices, we have deep voices. So maybe if I come to you and then I'm like, oh, this rice, please, if you have any leftover in the fridge, come and remove your food. And then I was like, baby, this rice, is it not yours? Oh, it's mine, it's not mine. Nah, sir. Oh, then let's put that aside. So we had a meeting about this food stuff. And then it was even Grace, and then she was the one that I kept on blaming that food. And she was like, Bella, by the day I was preparing the yam, you said you won't eat because of your teeth. And we trashed it, and we went up there. So I was going to the bedroom, because I still have my staffs there. And then some of them are in the head of house room, the private room. So on my way going, I didn't know why he didn't want me to come. Kodak didn't want me to come. So I heard Bibi, like she was talking. Because before then, I've heard you say you came and you dealt with me. I didn't want to. Because anytime I talk, people will be like, Bella Kasa, she's this, she's that. So I've learned how to just allow some things to go.
Okay.
I felt like you can't come and blame my man like he's a gossip. He came to tell me anything. He was rather stopping me from attacking you on the staircase, like where she was even talking. So after
Kodak
everything,
didn't
he
come. Okay.
So he was even surprised, if you can watch the video again. He came to meet me whilst I was even talking to her. He wasn't even present. He later came, he heard me shouting. And then he came to just separate the fight. And even that, they were all there. They were everybody, except I think Atona and Lovely were upstairs. They joined later. So I went and I was like, Bibi, it was just a meeting that we had. We were all involved. I wasn't even like attacking you or blaming you for anything. We are all victims. I also eat and put food in the fridge. So why would you go behind me and be in front of camera and be like, I won't allow you to use your body to bully me and all that? And she was like, madam, you know girl stuff. So I was like, if you feel you want to, you like my body, I'm bullying you, we have lots of products. You can also drink and bully people. And then this is something that when we fight, we all say things. But for you to go the extreme, to say something that took me like years for me to forget, like something that affected my family. I don't know if you've been stabbed on your chest 3 times with bread knife, you've been in coma for 2 weeks, you've been blind for 2 weeks. You didn't know what I went through because we all came on a show, and then Big Mama was like, if you have any story you want to share with your housemates, you can say it. And I've been saying it often in the house. You've seen me bleed and all that. So you'll be in the midst of everyone and be like, so also you wig near to wig near to wig near, and you even said my bleaching skin. Please, if I'm bleaching, people should tell me. Do I have cassava, plantain, body and senchi? Like you will give me pomade to use, you will do this and all that. If I want my skin to be nice, there are infusions and other things I can do. If you have money, you can do anything you want. But for you, we all argue. Even Grace, I argue with her all the time. But nobody, Loveland, everyone, Brownie here, nobody has gone to that extreme. That was why I got angry, because I don't know how my parents will be feeling now, like, I can't take care of her, and then she's on national television, and then someone is just telling her that, on to wig, you wig.
I don't think she implied that you were sick.
And then, you know what? There are more to it. I don't want to talk because when we were fighting, even me, I lost my microphone. Kodak later came for the mic because they were separating us, and then they had to take us downstairs. So I lost my microphone. She said a lot that I don't even want to say it. Like I'll even cry or something. You can fight with me, insult me, but don't use my insecurities against me. When you were insulting, when you were saying my bleaching skin, you also have insecurities. I can also use that against you. But for me to say, okay, fine, I said medicine, so that you can also be, you also have the body. So maybe she felt like I was also, coming for her. So she had every right to say that. But for you to talk and say things that you're not supposed to say, maybe someone has not even noticed that I don't take off my wig. The person will hear and be like, this girl, I've not seen her hair. Let me go to her pictures. You draw people's attention and then they'll start asking questions. That is why I got angry and then I attacked her.
Okay, AJ, please, can I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. So you questioned me about my finger. Yes. Okay, so I got triggered at that moment when she spoke about her wig. So I was only warning her. Yes, that was why I never intended to hit or lay hands on her. Never will I do that. Okay. So I am saying a very big sorry to everybody.
Okay.
All right.
You're saying it to everybody, but you're not saying it to her.
No, because she was asked to render an apology, and she said she wouldn't do that. Yes.
But first and foremost, I honestly think and I understand that everyone gets angry, and I'm speaking on both sides to sort of tell her that she needs to enhance herself, and for you to also be drawn to that, to say that, to call out her insecurities. So I think honestly, perhaps that may have been a low blow for both of you. So we do condemn the fact that happened, and we would hope that moving forward, we're not pushed or triggered to the point where we have to draw in certain situations. So I would like for, at this point, the way you both all look so heated, I'm not sure if I can even ask for everyone to sort of throw in an apology for each other, but I honestly do think that
I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that here. Bella, I know you are a good. No, see, listen.
Please, baby, don't be here and pretend you want to. She was asked to do it. And for me, I was also ready. You made it clear to me that you won't do it. So please, don't be here.
AJ, let's just move on.
Yeah, move on. Thank you.
Because I really wanted to do this for my
heart. No need.
She don't want it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think at this point we deserve to go on a break. Cool down tempers a little bit. But when we come back, there's some interesting things as well that popped up, and we'll be definitely talking about it. Of course, keep your conversation coming in. We're trending #1, hashtag Perfect Match Xtra, hashtag PM Extra. And when we come back, we'll get into a lot more with our housemates right here on the show. Now, before we came back from the break, we played an interesting video. And I love how Kodak is truly side by side with Bella today on the show, because earlier in the week, Bella wasn't feeling very secured. She confided in Loveland that she wasn't entirely sure your intentions for her. And she felt... Now, what did you feel? Really? Before I put words in your mouth, Bella, what was that conversation about?
Okay, I think I had an argument with Kodak in the room, and then whilst we were talking, he slept, so I wasn't able to sleep. I wanted to just be alone, so I came to the kitchen, and then Loveline too was there. So she saw in my face like I wanted to cry. She's like, are you okay? And then I told her it's not easy, and she was also like, it's not easy. Like we were all saying like how men, like sometimes you do something you feel is right, but they will also think it's not right. So we were just advising ourselves like what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Yeah, it wasn't anything like.
Okay.
Yeah. So later on, I went to Kodak. I think the following morning he apologized, and then we were okay.
So just a moment of weakness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I may ask, Kodak, what really are your intentions for Bella?
Okay, so I've been with Bella under one roof for weeks now. I think a month and some weeks. And I've really got to know who she really is, her personality, and then I think I'm compatible with her.
Okay.
So yes, she did say I apologized to her. I did. But then I really want to make her know that, I mean, women have doubt, no matter. I mean, if you tell a woman you like her, she would want you to keep on assuring her. And then I'm not a guy who is really good with words, like sweet words, assuring you often. But then I want her to know I'll do better.
You do better.
I would do better.
Kodak, are you in love with Bella?
I am drunk in love with Bella.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
I wanna apologize to her since she's.
You're not only in love, you are drunk in love with Bella.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get hurt when someone says something bad about her.
About her.
Yes.
And Bella, I don't need to ask if you're in love with Kodak. You've been showing it since day one.
Yeah.
So you are in love with Kodak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Lovely, it was interesting that you were advising Bella on the way men act and the way men are and how you should be more amenable towards men. Because you had an interesting saga with your man this week involving Brownie. And I would love to hear Brownie's view on that because there was a conversation had in the washroom, allegedly. And you confronted Brownie on that conversation that was had. Why did you confront Brownie? What conversation was had?
Okay. You know, first of all, I think that was the day I was sick. I think on Monday, right, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yes, on Monday, I couldn't partake in the party they had. So Etunam took me to the bed and make sure I sleep. So then later, he went downstairs, and the following morning, he was like, oh, babe, we need to discuss. Because I think we don't hide anything from ourselves, like we say it. Then he said he wants to tell me how the party went. I said, okay. Then he told me something happened. I said, what happened?
Okay.
He was like, oh, like after the party, he went downstairs to use the washroom. So on his way going, he saw Brownie seated, but he passed by. He went inside the washroom, and Brownie came in, yes, immediately and blocked him, then closed the door. And she stood, before she went to the door, then he was like, I want to talk to you. And he was like, please, in case I don't say it well the way it is, you just remind me.
Yes.
So,
please hold the mic. Yeah, next.
So he was like, oh, that she said, I want to talk to you. He was like, he doesn't want to talk. He wanted to make his way out, and she stood by the door, and she didn't let him go.
Okay.
And she was like, do you know Bibi likes you? He was like, he doesn't want to talk about that. And she repeated it again, do you know Bibi likes you? And he was like, he don't want to talk about it. And he was like, do you like Bibi? Then he was like, he was trying to like
find his way out from there. Luckily, Grace came in.
Okay.
And when Grace came in, he used that opportunity to
get out.
Yes, to get out from the washroom. So I was like, is that all? He said yes. So I was like, oh, that I don't understand why Brownie will do such. Because if really you are my friend, why there is that like past occurrence of this BBBB issue. So you shouldn't do that. You came in and he passed two messages to me. It's either you are interested or you are making way for Brownie because you guys
for BB
because you guys left and both of you came back and everybody is planning and plotting. So I don't really understand what is going on.
Okay.
So I have to protect what is mine, like at all costs.
Okay.
Because if this is what I'm working out here with, like, I'm really happy, like I'm going with him. So I waited for her to approach me. She didn't do that. Based on what has been happening, Etonam doesn't want me to like involve in all this saga, and that's why I've just been quiet for some time. Then yesterday, I told Etonam that, nah, I've waited for days, like it's week. Brownie has not approached me, and I don't know how to feel free with you when I know I have something. Yes. Then I walked up to her. I was like, Brownie, I want to talk to you because what you told me in the washroom is different. Because that same day, she was like, lovely. Will you ever think one day that I like your man? I like Etonam. I said that same Monday, that same Tuesday, the following day. So me too, since you are not coming to me directly, I have to go indirectly too. You have to say something. I won't start the conversation. Then I was like, oh, it depends. So I wanted her to say something that Tuesday. Yet she didn't say. She was like, oh, that's, I had to talk with, I discussed with Etonam. I said, really? What? She said, oh, I just told him, don't be angry. Forgive me for what I said. She used another incident to, like, cover it up. So she never said anything about that. Then when I approached her about it, I said, I would want to know if BB sent you or you are talking for BB, this is what happened. I want to know. So that was what we were.
Okay, let me bring Etonam into the conversation. Etonam, what is Loveling saying about how the sequence of events in the washroom? Is that how it is?
So there are more to that. She didn't say certain things. So I went to the washroom to use it. So Brownie came trying to block me from going out. She asked me, because I was pissed at her earlier before the party.
Pissed at who? Brownie or?
Brownie.
Okay, why?
Because she said something which is dead, so I don't want to raise it up again.
Oh, why not?
Oh, no, don't worry. Let's move on.
Okay. Was it about you or about Loveling?
It was about Loveling and I.
Okay.
So she asked me whether I know BB likes me. And I said, I don't want to have a conversation with you. She repeated that for 3 times. Later, she said, do I like BB? And I said, I don't want to have a conversation. And then she said, she's drunk, but she knows whatever she's saying. And then she said, okay, she knows BB. A cousin of hers dated BB 2 years or 3 years ago, so I am BB's type. And I said, I don't want to have a conversation. Later then, she asked me about what is dead, and I told her, we just brushed that conversation off because I don't want to raise that up here. Then Grace came in, pushed the door because she wasn't able to open it easily, and she found us there. She asked of Bebelino, and I said, oh, Bebelino is
So you were just happy that it wasn't Bebelino in the washroom?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
So that was the opportunity I got, and I went out.
Went out, okay.
So I had wanted to talk to Loveling about it, but she wasn't feeling well, and I couldn't wake her up to let her know. So the next day, I was doing something for Bella, and I told Bella, this is what has happened. And she said, really? And she asked whether I've told Loveling about it. I said, no, she's not feeling well, so I can't speak to her about it. So the next morning after breakfast, I called her down and I said everything, but I didn't add the part where she said a cousin of hers has dated BB before. That was it.
Okay. Do you like BB?
No. All right, so when BB came into the house, we've not had any one-on-one talk or conversation. And during the time she came, the next week, we were head of house, and then she had an issue. She wanted to speak out, and I calmed her down.
Okay.
After that, she's been having issues with, or she had issues with Bella. Most of the times I talk to BB, trying to calm them down,
So
and Bella
you're
as
just
well.
the person that calms the matters down.
Very well.
Okay.
She would state it like, she would categorically say, I've not even spoken to her about love before.
Okay.
But this BB Etonam issue has been issues we've been getting, Loveline and I have been getting
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
But I've been telling her, showing her there's nothing more to than
Right.
friendship.
Okay. Brownie, did BB tell you she liked Etonam?
Okay, so BB and I have never had any conversation between about Etonam before.
Okay.
So I mean, Monday, I was sitting alone and I was taking a lot of alcohol because I had a misunderstanding with Bella, and I didn't expect her to say some things to me, which she did. I'm over it. So I was sitting down and I took in a lot of alcohol.
Okay.
So I was sitting downstairs and then I was just doing my own stuff. And then I saw Etonam pass. I was like, okay, let me use this opportunity to say sorry because I said something that really affected Loveline very bad, and then it affected him as well. So I had to go to him. So when I went, I knew there was no way he was going to talk to me. That is why I blocked the washroom, because I didn't want him to come. And I didn't go on him when he was using the washroom. I mean, it was where the mirror was. Yeah, that's where I was standing. So I was telling him I was sorry. That's what I said, that I was sorry. So, I mean, for me, I didn't have, like, the way Loveline felt like I'm paving way for BB and then Etonam. No, I don't have such intentions. I mean, BB is paired with Flash, so there's no way I'm going to be like, Etonam should move to BB.
Okay, so
Do you remember asking me whether I like BB?
Yeah, so hold on, let me talk.
Okay.
So in the washroom there, and then I was like, do you know BB likes you? I remember very well. That was a question I asked him. I wouldn't see it's the influence of alcohol. I wouldn't blame my problems on alcohol. I mean,
But
I
you
was
told me you
drunk.
were drunk, but you knew whatever you were saying.
Allow me to talk, Eto. So I was like, I don't remember saying that. I mean, I don't remember saying the
Because
fact
I
that
wasn't drunk, so I listened
he said,
to you.
Yeah, I
So
don't
you said
remember.
that.
Yes, okay.
But she was drunk.
I was drunk, so
Yeah.
I was asking. Oh, hey, but hold on. So I was asking questions. Grace, allow me to talk, please. So I was asking Etonam that kind of questions. I mean, and for me, later on, after the whole incident, I sat down and I was like, I asked myself, why would I even go to that extent of asking Etonam whether he knows BB likes him? And then it occurred to me that there was an incident whereby Loveline and BB had a misunderstanding. So I thought that maybe it's because of that whole thing. That
That
was
you went
why,
into the-
yes, because
yeah.
I was drunk. A drunk person can say anything at any time.
No. You can't tell me you're drunk. So a drunk person can't say anything.
Of
She was
course.
drunk. She told me she's
I
drunk,
said-
and then
I
she
said
knew
stuff.
whatever she was saying.
AJ,
No.
AJ, let me
Don't
come.
So
do
if
that.
you
I said
you've
stuff.
forgotten
I
or
mean,
you
I have
said
seen
stuff,
you,
why?
Chill.
I mean, I have seen
Baby,
you
chill.
and BB.
Chill.
Like, I mean, during the party, whereby BB even had a misunderstanding with Loveline. I saw the way you guys danced. Maybe that picture came in mind. That's why I came to ask you.
So if you are
You
drunk,
can't blame
pictures
me
keep
for anything.
coming into your mind,
I
asking
didn't have
certain
issues.
questions,
I
which
don't
you
have
didn't
issues
ask.
with
AJ,
BB,
can I come in?
and I don't have issues with Loveline. There's no way I want to destroy Loveline's union with you. And then, point of correction, Loveline, I don't like Eto. Like I said before.
And I don't
the
like you
name
either
Eto
because
now,
you
I
be-
just like, no, I don't, I mean, she said that two things occurred to her. It's either I like you or I'm trying to pave way for BB. Since BB and I became very
I'm answering
I mean,
whatever you
BB
say.
and I have never had any thing about you before. It has never happened. So that wasn't my intentions. I was my drunk self and I asked questions, which
AJ,
I apologize
And
for.
you know whatever
AJ.
you were saying, or you know
AJ.
whatever you're talking about, because
Okay.
told
Do you
me.
like BB?
I don't
Has
like
there
BB.
been any instance? So why are you
So
like,
if you are drunk, why would you be
is it
asking that question?
No, I don't get your points right
No,
now.
but you
no, do you know something?
You basically told him.
No, I asked
asked him, do you know? I asked you a question.
You asked him.
First of all, I feel like if Etonam and I had a conversation, I was drunk. I never had it in mind that I'm going to tell Loveline that I have this.
No.
Why
No,
did
she's
you
my
go
woman. I
first?
can't hide anything
Which
from
means
her.
that you have other intentions.
I don't have any intentions.
No, before
What
someone
I said,
makes a move,
AJ.
they have other intentions.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I'm not stupid.
AJ,
I see
who is
stuff, I'm
talking
not
about being
blind.
stupid here?
No, I'm not blind.
Okay,
I
okay.
just choose not to.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
blind.
I'll bring you in. I'll bring Oheneba in briefly, but you can understand that he is with Loveline. If an incident like that happens, Grace saw the two of you in there. He'd rather tell her and let her know from him the situation that happened, rather than maybe Grace telling Loveline that, oh, I think I saw the two of you in the bathroom, which can imply a whole lot of other things. You get?
And before I asked Loveline, do you think I would ever like Etonam? I asked her because I realized that Grace saw us. So I don't know how Grace will now come and be like, I saw Etonam and Loveline.
But why would you watch?
Okay.
AJ, let me come in here. Let me come in with regards to this.
I mean, I forgot.
With regards to this.
When I woke up in the morning,
Tuesday,
I had hangover. I forgot.
Asked
I
me that
can't.
question.
But Brownie, why would you choose?
AJ.
Why would you choose to go
you indirect.
in a washroom with
AJ,
a man that is not yours? But then I want Oheneba to come in.
Okay. I want to speak for her with
Okay.
regards to this.
You were in there. You
Wow.
can't speak for
Yes,
her.
at least when you hear me out, you'll be like, okay. So, supposedly, I was a judge. I'll be like, baby, day. But with regards to that night, she was very, very drunk. To understand that she did something.
So if you are drunk, you would remember 2-3 years ago.
Oh, let me talk.
A cousin of yours dated Bibi.
Please, let me
What
finish.
are you talking about?
Let me finish. She was very, very drunk to understand that she did something that went against the rules and the regulations of the PM Extra house, to understand that she was punished for a whole week.
Yes.
That
That's
I
not what you are
was
talking
also
about.
punished.
That's not what
saying
That
we are
didn't
talking
happen
about
on that
here.
same night
Right. So you're saying
that she was drunk.
because she was drunk, she snuck in a phone.
Good. If she wasn't drunk, she wouldn't have done what she did that brought the punishment. That happened the same night.
That was
You
a
are going
day-
off
That happened
track.
the
You
same
are just
night.
going
I mean,
off track.
Etonam, stop being biased over here.
That happened the
Fine.
same night.
Let me just go straight. Fine. I asked you if you know BB, I liked you. I mean, I asked you. I spoke about 3 years ago issue. Because,
were you drunk?
No, if I'm not
Were
drunk,
you
why
drunk?
would I stupidly go and talk about something that has
AJ.
passed?
No way.
I said that
Really?
because
So
I
you
wasn't
remember?
myself.
Really?
So you
I
remember?
wasn't myself.
You remember asking
He's
him?
the one saying that. I don't even remember.
You
I
don't remember?
No,
I want to
Okay, but
What are you saying?
But okay. Okay, hold on. Lovely, relax.
Relax. Oh.
Okay, Lovely, what do you want to say?
Something because you are trying to like put the thing as if Etonam doesn't know what he was saying. Because I know when I called you last night, I was addressing the issue. You were telling me that you even said more things
Than what
that
I
you
said
know.
to her.
Because now you are not drunk. I want to put it to you now that you are not drunk.
AJ.
Because you were telling me last night that you said more.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Can we
you are
AJ.
telling me now that you are drunk. You want us
AJ,
to
I want
believe
to-
you are
okay,
drunk.
I
But
want-
you are trying to tell us now that you told me last night
Relax,
that Etonam was supposed to tell me more things. That there are more things you said to him in the washroom.
Wow.
Which you were supposed
She
to
never
tell
spoke
me.
about Loveline. She never ever
AJ.
spoke about Loveline in the washroom.
Okay.
Because you are saying you are drunk, like you don't know.
Okay, hold
AJ.
on.
Okay, now
Bibi.
you remember. Then you are not drunk.
Wait. Hold on.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Hold on, Brownie. Bibi, have you at any point in time created an impression to Brownie that you liked Etonam?
Okay, let me just go straight to the point. When I came back, Brownie called me and we went to the bathroom. And then she told me that she wanted to tell me something, discuss something with me. And then she was like, do I know Etonam likes me? And I was like, at that very moment, I was like, oh, they sent her to come and ask me that question because, like, Loveline in her mind would think that
You were coming for Etonam.
Yeah, Etonam. So at that very moment, I was like, oh, okay, fine. You are friends with Loveline, so basically, like, Loveling sent you to come and ask me that question. So I even asked her, did she send you to come and ask me that question? And then she was like, no. She knows that I like Etonam. And I was like, why would I have to? Because I wanted, I'm a smart person, AJ, so I was literally listening to what she was saying. I was just reading her, and then she was like, she knows my type. And I was like, yo, I don't know you. Maybe you know me. You saying I dated your cousin, cool, I understand. But you don't have to bring it here on the show. When I came to this house, she already told me. And I was like, I thought this is over. So why is this thing coming back again? Me and Etonam issue, why is it coming back again? Because I do not like this. She's saying she knows I like Etonam, and Etonam likes me. So yesterday at the kitchen, Etonam confronted me, and then he was like, do I know Brownie? Asked him that he likes me. And I was like, whoa.
Okay.
She also asked me the same thing. So right now, at that moment, I was lost. I was like, She's trying to create confusion between Loveling and Etonam. Like, I was lost.
Okay. You were. All right, so that never happened.
No.
You've never given her that inclination.
No, I've not spoken to her, like sat down.
If someone can help Brownie with the mic. So Brownie, this was something that you deduced yourself and stirred the pots. I can say that. Because the two people involved are claiming that they never told you, directly or indirectly, that they like each other.
Etonam didn't tell me he likes Bibi.
Neither did Bibi.
And then Bibi didn't tell me he likes Eto.
So why would you tell both of them that they both like each other?
But as Bibi was saying earlier on, she's smart. She used the word she's smart.
Okay.
I mean, I'm also not stupid. Like, I mean, I'm also not stupid. So
you basically wanted to bring drama between them.
I wouldn't create confusion. I really felt bad at a point when Loveling was like, I'm trying to connect Bibi to Etonam.
Okay.
I mean, I can boldly say, Loveling is, no, I can, allow me to talk, Loveling. Allow me to talk. So I can boldly say that Loveling, I can say that Loveling is someone I like and I would want to watch out for.
So why would you create that impression?
I don't think that, like, am I crazy self? I go and ask questions if I haven't seen anything.
So you saw
what did you see? What did you see? What did you see?
No, I don't really want
Brownie,
to.
what
I
did
want
you
us
see?
to end this whole BB and the whole Etonam and BB's situation here. I don't want to go deep. I don't want to have.
You don't want
and
to
I mean, there was a night whereby Loveling was asleep, BB was asleep, everyone was asleep. I even made that statement again. I even said it in Tree that day. That time, Bebelino was sleeping by Grace, and he wasn't asleep, or Hiniba wasn't asleep, and then BB, Etonam was not asleep. I even made a statement that the two of you know you like each other. I even made that statement. You were not in the washroom, you were asleep.
She was in the washroom.
I made that statement that I know, and then he was like, nah, he was doing some. I mean, let's just end Eto and BB's issue here.
Oh, you said you are not stupid.
No,
what did you see?
not
What did you see us doing?
Okay. All right. So, but on the issue of alcohol, what in the first time you were in the house, you sort of created this impression or alluded to the fact that Bebelino first introduced you to alcohol. Is that true?
Okay, so I think the first time I came to the house, he was taking wine, and then I think even I said I wanted some. Bella was like, "Onim and Sanum, don't give her," and then he still gave me. So I was like, "Oh, if not for Bebelino, I wouldn't have taken alcohol before." That's what I said.
Before in the house or before ever?
I mean, it's not like I haven't taken alcohol before, but I'm not a type. I stopped drinking before coming to the house. So, I mean, after I came, I have this condition. I bleed from my nose, which everybody knows.
Okay.
And I'm not supposed to take alcohol. So, yeah.
So you avoid alcohol. But the place that you started drinking alcohol was inside the house, and it was Bebelina. But yesterday, you sort of created the impression to Loveling that you were drinking at an earlier event outside of the house. Lovelyn, is that true?
With the conversation we were having last night.
Yeah, so I think that was years ago. I was talking to her about an incident where we went somewhere and then the drink I took, it's not alcohol, it has substance. So yes, and I was even explaining to her, like, I get drunk to the extent that I talk too much and then I might even let stuff I'm not supposed to let out. And I was using my friend as an example, whereby I was so, like, gone to the extent that the only thing left was for me to spill her secrets out. Yeah, that was what I was.
Were you drinking last night?
Last night? No, I didn't take alcohol.
In the conversation, Lovelyn, in the conversation she had with you, was she lucid? Like, was she sober?
No, because at first, the initial stage, she wasn't sober. It was when she called me the second time, when she woke me up from the bed, that she wanted us to talk. I saw from my facial expression, when I asked her if she was okay, then she had issues with Oyiniba, why I had to talk to Oyiniba. That was this time she felt.
I mean, Big Mama punished me not to take alcohol again.
Okay.
So ever since Big Mama punished me, I haven't taken alcohol.
So you were sober?
Yeah, I was, even during the party, I didn't even take alcohol.
We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back. And you're tuned in to Perfect Match Extra right here on TV3. My name is Aja Kwakosap. I'm here with a housemate. And before the break, Kodak had a small medical emergency, so he's not going to be joining us until he feels a bit better. But Bella will still stay with us for the show. But he's well. He has attendants currently minding him now, so Kodak will be well. But just to explain his absence now on stage. Before we went on break, we were talking about washroom conversations and all that has happened in between. Brownie, you have an affinity to be in the middle of some of these washroom conversations because it would seem that after the Monday night party, you also were in the washroom having a conversation with Bebelino. Allegedly. Oh, have you had a conversation with Bebelino at any point in time this week? You haven't had a conversation with?
The only thing I remember was after the cooking competition.
Right. Oh, right. Rather than the Monday. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
When he was like aloe vera rice. I think he was bathing, and I just went inside to I think take off my wig or something, and I just left. We never had a conversation.
You haven't had a conversation. But Grace, you asked Bebelino at some point if he had spoken to Brownie in any interesting setting.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain why you had to ask him that. What led you to ask him that?
Well, I think something happened, and then she was a bit down. That was on Monday, so I think I called what's his name, Ohiniba, and I was like, you can see your partner is down, so why are you standing here dancing? Just go to her and comfort her. And then he was still standing where he was standing. So later on, W and I both called me. We were like, we just told you something. You're still standing here. You have to go, like, be by his side or something like that. And then Bebe was like, oh, I think someone shut her down. So he was like, we all felt bad about how they shut her down.
Yeah. And
so later on, when Bebe went down, I think he wanted to check up on her. So I just wanted to make sure that he did what we both spoke about.
Okay, so it was an innocent conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I think if it was Monday, I think Grace even asked me if Bebelino came to check up on me.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. But you and Bebelino haven't had any other kind of conversation. Bebelino, have you spoken to Brownie this week? You haven't? Beyond the checking in on her?
No, please.
Okay.
The only thing I spoke to her to check about, like to check if she was okay, because the party she was looking down, and Grace asked me to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yesterday, and the reason why before the break I asked if yesterday your conversation with Lovelyn, you were very lucid or sober through it, is you two of you had a conversation. And in that conversation, Bebelino's name came up. And Lovelyn, I don't know if you'd want to corroborate or clarify any of that particular conversation, but it was basically implied that Bebelino had asked you that there was a prospect of the two of you pursuing something outside of the house. And that if you had played by a certain kind of rule, things would have been much easier.
So let me clear this. I think
and
yesterday...
to wrap it up, you were supposed to be continue vibing with Oheneba. So please clarify.
Okay. Let me clear this. That's not how it was said. I think yesterday, Bibi, she was telling what's the name, Flash?
Yeah.
That Bebelino is my ex.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we are not exes. Bebelino liked me. And she said, no, you liked Bebelino. And I said, no, Bebelino liked me. And later she said, you liked each other. And later on, she now said, no, you liked Bebelino. She was like, if not for Grace, you would have grabbed me. I was like, nah, I'm not that kind of person. There has been instances whereby I could have spoken out on some things, which I didn't, which means that I genuinely liked their union. So I think I was explaining that to Lovelyn. Yeah,
you genuinely liked what?
I said I genuinely liked their union. Like,
you liked their union?
Yes, I mean Bebelino and Grace.
So you at no point in time said that Bebelino was looking to pursue you outside of the house?
No, I don't remember having that kind of conversation.
Lovelyn, I would like to bring you into this because, I mean, cameras don't lie. So, Lovelyn, I would like, what did you hear in that conversation? You were the other party in that conversation. Because please clarify, because we heard something. Brownie saying the other thing. You were also
please,
the
I didn't
second.
say anything.
AJ.
No, you didn't say anything,
AJ,
but...
please, if the video is around, can you
no.
play it?
You know what, in
Because-
fact, let's actually watch the video.
Yes. Because me, I didn't.
You know, in a few seconds, but I would like to clarify from Lovelyn. Then I'll play the video because I want to hear both accounts. Then I'll get into what was said on camera. Then we can understand from Bebelino what really happened. But what happened, Lovelyn?
Yeah,
what
actually,
was said in the conversation?
What you said was true. That was what she said to me.
What did she say?
Like from where she started, and she was like, if she was a bad person, that even if that on Monday, Bebelino met her in the washroom and they were talking about exactly all what you said, so that I don't miss the words. She was like,
Lovelyn, say it in what? No, because you were there.
please,
you were the
if I
second
make
part.
mistake, people should forgive me because
But
I didn't
say-
put everything on my...
No problems. But say what was said to you in that conversation.
So she was like, Bebelino came and met, from BB parts, liking or not liking, then it's now led to like...
Say it well. You are jumping over
I
parts.
think the video will do
So
because
she was
maybe she
like-
might not understand.
No,
So
I will play the video,
will
but
do.
I want to know from... Because
Yeah,
if
she
I
was
had
like,
a conversation, if you had a
Bebelino
conversation with me...
told her that if you had listened to me, like, like you agreed on the terms, like if we meet outside
There was terms
the
and
house,
conditions. Okay.
like if we had met outside the house, that we would have continued
Whatever that we started in the house. And then she was supposed to continue vibing with Oheneba.
Yes, that she told that.
You don't remember saying that? Please use the microphone.
No, I don't remember anything. I mean, the only
But you
thing...
just said that you were
No,
drunk.
I don't remember saying Bebelino was like I should continue vibing with Oheneba.
So what
the
do you
only
remember
thing
saying?
Bebelino said, I
I
should try to connect with Oheneba. He never said I should continue vibing.
But you also stated here that you didn't have a proper conversation with Bebelino. You just said that. In fact, you didn't remember a Monday night conversation.
So, I mean, from where Bebelino and our issues started, from day one, I have been covering up stuff.
So
because
say it.
I don't know. I don't.
Because, okay,
no,
Brownie,
I don't
this
want
is the
to.
reality. You're being made out to be a liar. And that is the fact. Because you keep withholding information, but we are hearing things on camera. And when you come here, you don't want to say it. And everyone now thinks you are this big liar inventing scenarios in your head. So it is in your best interest to clarify what we're hearing. Is it a situation where Bebelino is truly telling you that in the future, when we're out of this house, it's not Grace I'll pursue, it is you I'll pursue? Or you are making up stories?
Okay, I want to, first of all, I want to do this because, Ohiniba wants me to come out clean. So I want to start, first of all, I haven't been honest from like the start, from the beginning. When Bebelino and I issue came up, yes, from
okay,
the start.
Before we get into it, let me jog your memory about what was said yesterday between you and Loveland. Then when we come back, I would want you to say your truth and then clarify if truly you're the lie that is being portrayed or there is a lot more to the story that you're choosing not to tell us. So please, let's see the video.
He kept going, Brownie, are you okay? I was like, yes, I'm okay. I was like, what is wrong? I was like, oh, I'm okay. I bet that's for mind. I was moody because of what Bella told me. So I was like, what is wrong? I was like, oh, I'm okay. And then he was like, I should try and connect with Oheniba. And I told him that, oh, I'm okay with him. And then he was like, I know you. And I said yes. And he was like, if I had agreed to what he said, like everything would have been alright. Like the shit about and then all that. And I told him that no, I wouldn't agree to that. So the sound guy came there. And then because we were there for long, he kept to check what we were doing. So when he came, he was like, he's going, and then he left upstairs. The next day, that was the Tuesday, Grace came to me and she was like, what conversation did I have with Revenue on Monday? Do you know when Grace came to see me and then she made a statement that she thanked God that at least it's not Revenue. So if someone makes that statement, the person feels threatened.
Even yesterday at the party, she was shouting, if you like, you can fuck Brownie, this, that. At the party yesterday, before you came in, they had issues, they had to cover it up again. That's why I was like, oh, that's... I don't want to talk about some things. I even forgot to tell you about.
Why? She was like...
I was not there. Me, I don't even want to pay attention to because I don't want that issue. Drama again. They'll be like, you are this, you are that. But I was hearing your name in the whole of the shouting in the patio before you came in.
I think the other time during the midnight they were having a conversation. I wasn't sleeping. They were having a conversation and then
Stepping on my choice.
Okay, now you've seen the video. Brownie, what really happened?
Okay, so like I said, first of all, I've been covering stuff because, I even made a statement that I'm not childish, which Bella has even used against me before. In a jovial way, it wasn't serious. So, first of all, I'm not that kind of person who would come to stage and then start saying stuff. I'm not that kind of person. I can be in the house with you and say things, but the moment you get on stage, I try to comport myself because I feel at a point in time, everyone has mistakes. Everyone does mistakes. So I don't really want to say stuff, but I feel...
Can I ask a question?
No. Let her land.
Please.
So I feel like, first of all, the fact that, let me say, Bebelino lied at a certain point because he made me feel like he was using me, which wasn't even the whole thing. He made it feel like I was the bad one, and even Grace felt like, okay, I was the bad one who came to destroy this whole thing. Cameras don't lie. I've had conversations with Bebelino about feelings so many times, whereby he tells me stuff. At times he'll be like, he's yet to know, maybe there are one or two things he does not really like about me. I'm loud, I'm this, I'm that. But I want to go straight to the washroom. So even that day, with the conversation with Bebelino and I, Grace came there, and then she later went, she was like, we should talk. She's doing her thing, we should talk. So Bebelino, at first, Bebelino told me he wants to, because that was when Grace nominated him, and he told me that Grace went in to nominate them. So he does not know why she's doing that and like those kind of stuff. And then when he talks to her, he does not listen, those kind of things. I mean, to an extent where Bebelino even told me that he proposed to Grace on stage, and Grace did not do this thing, did not say anything about it, and he doesn't even really know his stand. So that day in the washroom, he told me I should calm down. He needs to fix stuff with Grace. If it's time for recoupling, I should give him my rose. And then I told him that, okay, sure, I would. I mean, my only chance to, at that time, my only chance to stay in the house was by getting somebody to couple with. So if someone wants to give me that chance, I mean, who am I to say no to it? So later on, I saw him talking to Grace and a whole lot of issues. And then he came to call me again to the washroom. And then, do you know, at times when Bebelino is talking to me, he doesn't even want cameras to see it. So I realized that now this guy, at a point, he's not being real. So he told me in the washroom that if I take my time, after the show, when we go home, we can continue our relationship because he likes me. Bebelino told me. Here on stage, that time, Bebelino came to disgrace me. He made it feel as if I was the one who was forcing myself on him. But this guy told me countless times that he likes me. I mean, I felt to be in Grace's shoes. I didn't want to break this kind of news to her. So I just felt like, I mean, let's just forget it. Yeah. Life still goes on. If this is what Bebelino wants, I mean, why not? I don't want, because I felt at a point, I thought that, nah, Grace genuinely likes this guy. So if that's the situation, I mean, why not? I mean, I'm not lying. Bebelino has told, he even had a conversation with Etonam, Loveline, and Bella, telling them that this girl knows how to... allow me. I know how to play spa. Our vibe is back to back. Like when he's talking to me, it's back to back. Bebelino has even written a note to Etonam before to give to me that I should meet him down, which I did. Please. And then I later don't try to lie. AJ. Don't try to lie. We all know here that Bebelino is the one who is lying to Grace. I think it's about time you man up and tell the girl the truth. Because you've been lying to her all this while. That day, on Monday, downstairs, he came, he was like, Brownie, are you okay? I was like, okay. I was like, why am I not connecting with Ohineba? I should try and connect with Ohineba. And I said, okay. There was even... Don't try to, you're not going to talk again.
You are lying.
Why are
you are just lying.
You
Covering issues.
You've even told me during the hike, I should talk to him. I should be like, oh, nah. Don't try to be a liar because even God is watching you. Bebelino has made it so many times. Please, he has said it so many times to me.
Brownie,
even that day, he even told me that when we go home, if I had agreed to everything, if we go home, see, Grace, you know something. Stop being the hypocrite.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Okay.
Brownie.
You are the one who
let me talk to you.
You don't know. You don't know this dude doesn't like you. You are the one who doesn't know. He doesn't like you because if he does, he wouldn't be coming to you secretly. He doesn't like you. I've been quiet for so long. I've been quiet for so long. I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. I mean, I don't. What do I envy about you and Bebelino? What do I envy about you and Bebelino? I envy nothing. I don't want him. I got Ohineba. I don't want Bebelino. Please. Oh, please.
Okay.
If this guy likes you, he told you that we should date when we go home. Oh, please.
Okay, ladies. Okay.
Madam, you are lying. If that was the situation. Okay, so did you now hear me?
They're planning and plotting.
You are just lying. Grace, you are lying. Stop forcing what is not there. Stop forcing what is not there.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. So let's throw it back to when Brownie was first in the house and the conversation she had with the Bebelino.
Am I rich? No, Mama. You know I'm not getting anything. Is it my finger that one?
Your friend is always on my mind. So last night I was thinking about you. I couldn't sleep.
Okay. What are you actually thinking about? Like, just
A whole lot. But I think of I thought of waiting for some time. But I'm not sure right now. I thought of waiting some days to tell you some one or two things. And that I messed up right now. I'm really in a mess. I have to clean the mess up before.
So you don't want to talk to me?
No, I'm just talking to you.
Okay.
I'm just talking to you. I like your company, I like your smile, everything about you.
You're not going to hear anything.
You can hear anything.
Just because I want to.
Yeah, then you promise this.
Okay, sure.
So good. Damn, no go talk. Try to do this. Try to do this. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Hello.
So that was a previous video where Bebelino and Brownie, I think in the beginning when you just come, and you sort of went on a bit of a, you had a bit of a conversation with her at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily saying the nicest things about Grace, but that's another conversation for a different day. But let me bring, because you've now been basically called out by Brownie, that you not only had spoken to her quite a few times, you've also implied numerous times that she should follow some sort of terms and conditions. And after the show is over, you plan on actually having a relationship with her. What is the truth, Bebelino? What is your truth?
Okay, first of all, I would say, Brownie, thank you for letting me get my girlfriend back. Because it was a game plan you used and I used to get my baby back. You get it?
So if on Monday was a game plan.
Wait.
On Monday when you told no, on Monday was a game plan.
What Monday?
You're just, you know something, you're not truthful.
What Monday? What truthful?
You're not truthful, you're digging your own grave.
If I want to date
you
someone,
are digging your own grave.
No, wait.
Oh, come on.
You are digging them.
Bebelino. Bebelino. Where you, no, okay, Bebelino.
Let me talk.
Okay, Brownie, please.
You finish talking, let me
Brownie.
talk. Hey, madam. Because
Brownie, okay.
Because of this body.
Bebelino.
Make her
Bebelino.
Hey, make her talk.
Brownie, please. Bebelino, did you on Monday go into the washroom with Brownie and did you tell her that she should vibe with Oheneba?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
But you also didn't tell Grace that that conversation happened?
That moment, Grace told me to tell Brownie about that. And I went downstairs and I said that to her. Am I lying?
Is that the only thing?
What did I say?
Is that the only thing?
Okay.
You tell me that
You asked... Wait.
Brownie.
The person you were chatting with, the person you were chatting with told me that you have an issue. You want to bring issue. So
nobody wants to.
Wait. The person said in the Muslim. The person said in the Muslim form that means that I should go because you are trying to create problem for me.
Oh no.
Okay.
Am I lying? No, am I lying?
You are not.
Am I lying?
See, look at me, you're a liar.
Oh,
if
come
someone
on.
is supposed
Baby
to be
girl,
a liar in
they
this
see
show,
you to
you
be
are
a liar
the one.
already.
Because
It draw for your body.
Told me
It draw for your body.
If I had listened to you, like all these things wouldn't have listened. Wouldn't have.
Okay.
If I reply you, it they make me happy. They make you happy. Talk.
No, Bebelino, you seem to be avoiding the question. Okay. The question is, did you at any point in time tell Brownie that you will continue your relationship after Big Mama's house?
It's no.
You never said that.
And I will say it again. It's
You never
no.
said that. See, you know something this thing you are doing right now,
Tell
I
me.
have every chance to I don't want to use the word.
Use
I
it.
have every chance to lay
Use
curses
it.
on you
Guess
right
it.
now.
Oh, guess it.
Because you are
Guess it.
lying.
Oh, be ready.
Brownie,
Because
relax.
you are lying.
Brownie, don't.
Brownie,
No,
relax.
yeah, man,
Brownie,
you're not
don't.
supposed to lie. I don't care with water. See, I I don't care sweet water.
Take it
Where
like
I come from, if
You
whatever
Brownie, relax.
You can say what?
Brownie.
Don't push
Brownie.
any pity for her. She
Brownie.
doesn't really know. And if you go home, Grace, watch the videos. Whereby Bebelino was even spoiling you to me. On the bed. Don't try to act smart.
No, Bebelino,
You
you seem to be reacting more than actually saying the details because she does have a point in the beginning. No, Brownie.
Making me look like
Brownie.
a liar. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your lies. You lie too much.
You are tired of me. You're tired of me.
Okay, Brownie. Brownie.
I had your conversation yesterday.
Brownie, at this point.
They were planning to come and say this. I already know it. I was ready for you. I was ready for you.
Coming to say that
I was ready for you. Bring it on. I will serve you right.
See, the only conversation I had with Laughlin was that about what Bibi was saying. What I told her, I
no,
thought
Bebelino, I need you to say your truth.
Even Ohiniba told me that Eunice, don't do. You heard
Brownie.
me and who?
Okay, Brownie.
You heard me and who?
Brownie. At this point, Brownie, at this point, we need him to actually clarify the issue. So please, for a few minutes, hold your peace. Let me come to Bebelino. Brownie in the beginning when she first came into the house, at a point in time, you weren't saying the most pleasant things about Grace to her. And for that, on that note, she does have a point. But
on camera?
Say it again. It was caught on camera. Now, moving forward, there's been insinuations from her that beyond the issues that were sorted on the stage that day, you have sort of come back to create that impression to her that there's a possibility of you and her existing after the show, and that there was some set of terms and conditions that if she had followed, none of this issue would have come out in the first place.
That was caught on camera too?
Huh?
On camera too?
Yeah, well, no, that was not on camera. That is washroom conversation, which we saw on camera between Loveland and Brownie. What is your truth there? Is it a situation where...
Tell me, Kodeshi, why I be company or what? You have to give them a Kodeshi.
Or if she had followed your rules or your terms,
I don't have
everyone would have been
happier.
happier.
I don't have any rules.
Bebelino, you even begged me that day when I said no, you should go to Grace. You said no. Then this boy. See,
so you see, if I talk to you, I waste my energy.
Don't let me share tears because if I do, you would tell me something else for you.
Bebelino,
just don't let me.
Brownie, please. Brownie, please. So Bebelino. So to clarify, you have not at any point in time told Brownie that you will continue the conversation or the relationship. You've not said it.
For where?
No. For where is not yes or no.
It's no.
Okay.
And I repeat it again. I said no.
No, right. So all that Brownie is saying, she's lying. Come on is not an answer.
It's all lie.
Okay. All right. Now let me come to Grace. Bebelino has stated that it is a lie. All those issues, all the things being said are lies. And you feel that this is a plot by Brownie to destroy your relationship with Bebelino. You were a little upset when Bebelino wasn't forthcoming with telling you that there was a conversation you had in the washroom. Like you weren't necessarily enthused about, because he initially said, no, he didn't have a conversation. Then you asked Brownie, then she said, yes, Lino had a conversation with her before he now admitted to it. We can't hear you because you don't have a mic.
She asked me that what did Bebelino and I discussed. If you are the one who told Bebelino, why then come and ask me again?
Okay.
Oh,
so I'm going to borrow a mic. Oheniba, please give your mic to Grace for me. Thank you. No, please give your mic to Brownie too. While we quickly sort out the other mic. All right. So Grace, what went down? Because you were upset, or you figured something was going on. For you to have asked those questions, asked Brownie, asked Lino, you thought something was going on. So explain.
Not that I felt something was going on. I felt what I asked Bebe to do, he didn't do it. Because I called, you are in, but you were a witness. I called you twice. She was on a On her chair, she was crying. And I called you once. But you were moody. Whether you were crying, you were moody. I was just concerned. So I called you on it, but I was like, why have you left Brownie alone?
Okay.
And that you need to go and be with her because I feel she's down. And then he said, okay. And then he didn't go to where Brownie was. And Bebe and I both called him again. And I was like, why are you still here? We just spoke to you to go to Brownie because she's in a bad mood. Why are you still here?
Okay.
And he said, okay, and he went. So later on, Bebe and I were on our table, and Bebe was like, he didn't like how people were shutting Brownie down because there was a situation that happened that evening. So he didn't like how everyone was shouting at Brownie. I was like, you know what, let's just mind our own business.
Okay.
And then after I said that, this guy still didn't go to Brownie. That was when I told Bebe. That time, this girl went down. She went down. And I was like, Bebe, you know what? Follow her and check up on her and make sure she was okay.
Was that caught on camera?
Okay.
Whether it was caught on camera, we were at the party, so that was why I said that.
Okay.
And then Bebe left. When Bebe left, I went upstairs to change my shoes. And then as I was coming down, I came to the down floor, the stairs that leads to the kitchen. The kitchen. So I saw Brownie and I can't. God.
Okay. So basically, you don't believe what Brownie has said.
No, it's not like I didn't believe what Brownie said. I saw Brownie with I don't know if I'm supposed to.
So was it she was with a staff member?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So you feel that Bebelino, she's creating these.
So I asked Bebe. So when Bebe can ask, did you go downstairs?
And he said no.
And then he said yes, he went downstairs. I said, okay, did you do what I asked you to do?
And he said no.
And he said no.
Okay.
Because I was like, if I've asked you to come and check
speak
up
to
on
her.
the person, and then I'm asking and you're saying no.
Grace, please use the microphone.
That was when
we can't hear you.
the following day, I called her. I was like, yesterday, did Bebe come to speak to you? What happened? And she said, oh, Bebe came to check up on her. He asked if she was okay. I said, oh, okay, then that's fine.
Okay.
Because in my head, I knew that was what I asked Bebe. So if something else went on, then I have
You
no
didn't
idea.
know about that. Okay. All right. Okay. So you are sticking beside him. You think all of this is fabricated. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever happened, I already forgive him for that. So
You've already forgiven him for all of that. Fantastic. All righty. Well, you have a good one. Okay. I think it's time to diffuse the tension. And the best way to do it is with eviction. So it's time to get into the big eviction, the final eviction, and tonight, at least one couple will go home, end their run in Big Mama's house, and the couples remaining will be moving to the grand finale next week on July 7th. So at this particular point in time, I'll ask all housemates to be upstanding. And we will get into eviction. So tonight, up for eviction, we have Kodak and Bella, Oheneba and Brownie, Bebelino and Grace, Lovelyn, Etonam, Flash, Bibi. Ghana has voted and decided that this couple will be the first couple to qualify for the grand finale is Bebelino and Grace. Please take a seat. Congratulations, you're through to the grand finale of Perfect Match Extra. Now, who will be going home? Kodak and Bella, you have given us so much excitement, have truly been outstanding in Big Mama's house. And that's why you're going to the finale. Please take a seat. The couple leaving Big Mama's house Brownie and Aheneba, thank you so much. You've been evicted. Please say goodbye to your housemates and join me in front. At least a little word with me before you go, Brownie. And Aheneba, I would give one of you the, would you? How's it been? You went, you came back, you've come back again.
Yeah, it was great. This time around, I'm not going alone. I'm glad to be going with Aheneba.
But do you think you and Aheneba will become an item after here?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Aheneba, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But how's it been in Big Mama's house?
I came in single, as you all saw, but now, as you can see, Brownie is a hard nut to crack, which you all know. But I'm a big hammer, so I can crack it. So hopefully, everything is going to turn out well when we leave this house. We are going to continue what we started here.
Yeah.
She has what I like, so I'm going to be, she's safe. She's safe for now.
She's safe with you.
She's safe with me.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of Big Mama's house. Our sponsors love you so much, so they've prepared a package for you as you depart Big Mama's house. But thank you so much for being a part of Perfect Match Extra. You can please make your way to take out. Yes, Big Mama. Understood, Big Mama. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it's a double eviction. So if we'll have our final two housemates, Lovelyn Etonam, please stand here. BB and Flash, kindly join me here. Tonight, one of these couple, at least one, will be going home. The other couple may likely be our final couple making their way into the grand finale and joining Bebelino and Grace and Kodak and Bella as the finalists for Perfect Match Extra Season 1. Will it be Etonam and Lovelyn? Or will it be BB and Flash? But we'll find out right after this break. Tonight, it's a double eviction. Already, Oheniba and Brownie have finally left the show, and it's time for one more, at least, housemate or one more couple to join them as our almost finalist of Perfect Match Extra. Is it going to be Etonam and Lovelyn, or is it going to be BB and Flash? Well, Ghana has voted and decided that one of these members of the Perfect Match Extra are going to end their run in the house tonight. Now you know the drill. Once I mention the name, say goodbye to the housemates, have a quick conversation with me, and then proceed right to Big Mama's house, pack your things, and leave. Who is going to join Kodak and Bella, Grace and Bebelino as the third and final housemates, or set of housemates, vying for 50,000 Ghana cedis and other sponsor prizes? Well, Ghana voted, and tonight, going home is BB and Flash. Thank you so much for being a part of Perfect Match Extra. Meaning Etonam and Lovelyn, you are our third and final housemates vying for 50,000 Ghana cedis. A round of applause for BB and Flash and Etonam and Lovelyn.
Heaven knows.
It's been a beautiful run, experiencing the funny, the exciting, and brilliant part. So, if we can get and quickly Your run in Big Mama's house has come to an end. How was it like going, coming back, and now having to go again?
I would say mission accomplished.
What was the mission, BB?
Sorry, it's like the drama. Yes, yeah.
So mission accomplished. We love it. And how's it been like for you, Flash?
You know, I think I'm happy being on the show, so I'm grateful for everything. Yeah.
Now, will we see you two actually becoming an item?
Let's see how things goes. Like, you know, we are still getting along. Yeah. I believe with time we see how things go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And yourself, Vivi? Are we going to see the ship sail?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. She's more confident than you, but.
Yeah. Like.
Why is that?
No, he actually thinks I'm playing a game on him.
You think she's playing a game with you?
I don't really think so, but let's just see. Let's just see how things go.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you both for being such awesome housemates and giving us so much drama and laughter and everything else inclusive. And the blowouts were epic. But thank you both for being a part of the show. You may please pack your things and leave Big Mama's house.
Thank you.
I love you too.
Alrighty. Now, on that note, we have our 3 finalists for Big Mama's big grand finale. But if I can quickly pass, I want you, now is the ladies' turn, so. But just tell us quickly, Grace, Lovelyn, and Bella, are you sticking with your gentleman or you want to recouple? Lovelyn? Forever. Bella? Kodak and him alone. Grace?
I'd like to say something.
Is it a lot that's happened?
Yeah, and I know people might not understand why I keep forgiving Bebelino, but you know, things like this always happen in relationships, and I'm not the first person to have my partner, you know, flirt with someone. So yes.
So you're okay with him flirting with others?
It's not like I'm okay, but I think it just happened, and I mean, I already forgave him, and for the fact that it was brought up again today, too, I mean, but yeah, I still want to be with Bebelino, so.
I think it was brought up today because it happened again on Monday.
It didn't happen.
Well, according to Brownie, there was a conversation had on Monday night in the washroom, which you sent her to do, but let's leave that in the past.
It didn't happen, and yes, I still want to be with Bebe, so yes, I want to give it another try.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You certainly know you have good ones. Yeah. But on that note, I hope you're ready for that grand finale. Which couple will be walking away with 50,000 Ghana cedis? Well, you have the power. All you have to do is vote, 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 and your favorite could be the favorite ship to walk out as the winners of Perfect Match Xtra Season 1. On Sunday, the 9th of July, right here at the forecourt of TV3, we'll be having the grand finale of Perfect Match Xtra Season 1. You can be a part of that live audience, and how, you wonder? By answering some questions and as well getting interactive on pmextra.tv, you can earn yourself an invite to be a part of the live studio audience and see which ship will finally set sail to happily ever after with a nice foundation of 50,000 Ghana cedis. And of course, all the amazing sponsor prizes that will be given to our wonderful, wonderful winner. Now, of course, it's happening live at 8 p.m. on TV3, but we'll start a love festival at 6 p.m. right here at the forecourt of TV3. So we're inviting you to be a part of it. Get interactive with our social media handles at TV3 Ghana to get all the details and as well know how you can be a part of the live audience and, of course, cheer your favorite to victory. But the only way you can is, of course, to ensure that you vote, 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 and vote a whole lot more, because the difference between your ship winning and another ship winning is that difference in votes. So make sure that you do not stop voting. My name is AJ Akwaako-Sapon. We hope to see you at the series of activities happening for both 3FM and TV3 this entire weekend. Of course, get interactive with our social media handles to find out the details, how you can be a part, and if you are a vendor who wants to be a part of it, get through, call, and then be a part of it. I hope to see you right here at the forecourt of TV3 on Sunday as we find out which couple will be the ultimate couple for Perfect Match Season 1. A lot of activities will be happening on Saturday. We'll be having a final supper with our amazing housemates and getting to know them before the grand finale. So stay tuned for that right here on TV3. Until I come your way again, keep watching TV3.